Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a product I just received. It is from a company called HONSVR. I've been doing some research. I noticed that when I was flying the DJI Avata drone using the Goggles 2, I was noticing that I was seeing on the peripheral vision on the outer part of my eyes kind of a blurry video, so it wasn't quite clear, and I had to adjust the Goggles 2 lenses to see if I could get it to focus clear. Center of it looked very clear, but the sides, I either got a little bit of double vision of the stuff on the side or kind of blurry. I could never get it to adjust right, and I was kind of wondering about it, and I did some research on the internet, and I did find out that if you have astigmatism, you're going to see issues on the outer part of the display in the goggles. And again, the symptoms are like blurriness, double vision kind of stuff, mostly again on the outer part. Center seems to be okay. And it was kind of bugging me, and so I was trying to find out what I could see. I did see on a Google search, I found like 3-4 sites that provided lenses for the lens frames that come with the Goggles 2. So I kind of wonder what these were for, more or less, but I thought these were just mainly for glasses. But if you have astigmatism and you've been to your doctor, and again, I'm not a doctor myself, I don't do any kind of eye exams or anything, but I do have a prescription from my eye doctor, and I definitely made use of that for this. So these are for what HONSVR provides. HONSVR provides lenses that fit these frames that come with the DJI Avata for the Goggles 2. There are some for the actual Goggles version 2, but if you have the Goggles 2, like I do, they come with these frames. HONSVR does provide that. The pricing on this at the time of this video for me was $49.95 to get this prescription. Things to note about this: out of the box, it's kind of cool the way they provide this, considering it's just 2 lenses. They do provide a nice microfiber cleaning cloth for the glasses themselves, which is kind of a nice little feature. Most other lens manufacturers provide that. They do have the little sheet here with what I provided to them online, and if I can, I'll probably put a picture of what the webpage looks like on the screen as well. In here too, for the lenses, I thought this is a nice feature. I think it's really cool of them to give you a little case for your lenses. Not that you need them all the time for your lenses, but you could put those in here once you have a reason for taking them out. There's this nice little extra case. I think it's an added touch, and that's pretty good overall for them to do that. So that's kind of nice. Here are the 2 lenses. When you get these lenses, you're going to notice there's a marking on the lenses, and I keep that in mind. These are left and right. Oh, a quick note on these lenses themselves. When you go and purchase this, they already come with an anti-glare coating and also a scratch resistant coating. It is included in the price of $49.95. If you want some blue light filter added to it, they do provide that, but you're looking at about $9.95 more for that. I did order this. They say it takes 1 to 4 business days, and I pretty much got it in that 4-day period. So I thought the delivery time was great. The turnaround time was overall really good, considering this was, I believe, it may have come from overseas, and so that is incredibly fast delivery. So I think that's great. So one thing to note here when you get this, I'm going to start with my left eye. If you look at the frames that come with the DJI, they do have a marking on them. One's left and one is right. So just make sure that you align what lens you're going to use with what. I'm going to move this stuff aside. So for now, I'll move my right stuff to that side and clean off a little bit, make sure there's no dust or anything. And so we'll start with the left lens here. So in the package, starting with the left lens, I'll go through how you would go about installing these. It does come in a plastic within a plastic. So that's pretty good overall, I guess. That's okay. So right off, there's a little label that says left top. So that's something to keep in mind when you take this lens out, that you do have labeling on the lens as well. So that's kind of good in case you mix them up. They still have that little tag. Now, we'll start with this left lens. You do need to unsnap the frame part of it. There's two pieces to it. Now, one thing to note here, when you take the temporary lens here and looking at the permanent lens as well, so right here where the L is on the frame, there is a notch, and you will notice the notch here for the blank. I don't know if you can see it real good, but there's definitely a notch here, so you can't mess it up. You'll know what the top part is. So looking at the actual lens itself, you also have that notch or cutout. So it's not a perfect circle, you got that notch, and that's great because that's a guide for you to place this on here. So definitely that's great, and that way you can't make a mistake. So once you've got that, that snaps in pretty good. At that point, you can take the little label. In fact, you know what I should have done? Sorry guys, this is pretty much right out of the box. Haven't really done this before, but I am kind of excited. I think one thing to do is take this off right off the bat. It's going to be a little bit easier than doing it once it's in there. And while I'm at it, since I'm touching everything, I might as well clean the lens as well before actually putting it into the frame using the cloth that they provided. Very good material here. So make sure you've got a nice clean lens ready to put in there. I'll probably get more fingerprints on it just trying to get it on the frame itself. But again, like I said, it is notched there. You can't mess that up. I do have that top like it asks there. And I am done with the first one. And it's the same process for the right lens. I'll be doing the same thing. So take that out. And this plastic's a little bit tough to open, so I am just going to tear it open like the other one. So then here's the top. It's kind of a shape like your lenses for your glasses. It does have a bit of a bow to the front there, so definitely that at least gives you an idea of how to orient that. So we do that, do this. And I'm having a hard time with this. So let me try this again. Okay. So these tend to be a little bit tough to work with, but you know, again, take that out and take this other lens to put in there into this frame for the right lens. Again, make sure that when you put this on there, you look at where the notch is. That is where the letter R or the L will go to, and that should snap in pretty good. So once you've got these in place already, then you're ready for the next step, which is to actually add them to your goggles. Let me pull the power cord off this. So I'll pull this off. As far as how to get these installed on the goggles, first thing you want to do, by the way, is you want to set your setting here on the lens or the lenses here of the goggles too. Set it to 0. So you want to have those set to 0 because keep in mind you already have a prescription here, and your lenses themselves will be installed And again, keep the letter R. You know what? Let me go ahead and clean your goggles as well prior to putting these lenses on there. But looking at this here, just make sure that you orient this correctly with the R at the 0 setting here, just to make sure that's aligned with your prescription. And with my fingers, this is a challenge, guys. So I'll get there sooner or later. But essentially you're just putting these on there like so, and it's pretty much a done deal. So and we are there, guys. So there you have it. So now you've got your prescription lenses in here all ready to go. So there you have it, guys. Now I'm going to take this and fly it and see how it goes. I'll take these out for a flight in a little bit, and I'll let you guys know what the outcome is of this. Well, I was going to show you guys a little bit of flight. The weather's not very cooperative. I did go ahead and put the lenses in, and I'd figure I'd give you guys a little preview of what my thoughts are on this. I do have my drone here on the side, powered it up. Going to take a look at the differences using my prescription lenses, and looking at it now, there's definitely a very nice improvement. I can actually see that on the kind of the upper right side on the goggles before was kind of blurry for me, and I'm actually seeing the actual hour-minute values for the goggles as well as the drone. So I can actually see that I got 2 hours 5 minutes roughly for the goggles. No, actually 4 hours 37 minutes for the goggles at the bottom. At the top it's 2 hours 5 minutes. I'm guessing that is for the drone camera. So I can actually see the bottom as well really good. So definitely this has guys, if you do have astigmatism and you are seeing issues with it, this is great. I personally am glad that I bought these, and definitely that's going to make the drone flying, especially this Avata drone flying, a lot better with the goggles too. HONSVR, DJI Avata, DJI Goggles 2 prescription lenses. If you have astigmatism, first things first, get with your doctor first, eye doctor, and get the details. Once you've got the prescription, you can fill in the settings in the website, and they will create your order for your prescriptions, and you are good to go. So there you have it, guys. Again, check the description. I'll have some details there. And don't forget to click on the like, and also please subscribe if you haven't. I do have more videos coming up, and by you going in there, clicking on the like and subscribing definitely helps me a lot. Again, that'll help me continue on with more videos. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Thanks.